What's up gamers, Cryptico here, and welcome back to Lowering the Mark, a show where I analyze the current and former world records of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe time trial runs to see how these records get faster over time. We'll look at elements such as the loadout, racing lines, and mushroom usage to better understand what's bringing these times down. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell to be the first to know when my videos go live. For today's episode, we're going to take it all the way back to the final episode of Season 1 and look at the faster version of that course, Super Bell Subway at 200cc. On May 1st, 2017, the world record for this run was set at 1 minute 15.468 seconds by the French player Extreme. Fast forward to about a month ago on June 24th, 2021, and the record was brought down to 1 minute 13.375 seconds by the Spanish player Alberto. That's a 2-second improvement between records and a 2.7% faster time. Our former world record holder Extreme has broken 105 world records across 17 unique runs and has spent 366 days holding at least one world record. Alberto is now up to 527 world records broken across 52 unique runs and is closing in on 1,200 days holding at least one of his 32 current world records. That's 1/3 of all records in the game. At pre-release, the world record hadn't even dipped under 121 yet, but after a couple months it made its way under 116 and 115, mostly thanks to Extreme. Kevin would take over in July of 2017 and put up 14 of the next 15 world records on his way down to a low 114. Japanese player Davi would step in for a few records, but Kevin got right back on it and took the record down to 113 after dropping 9 world records over 8 days. Over 530 days later, Alberto joined the fun and took the record down even further. If it weren't for the Dutch player Alpaco, Alberto would have put together a near 600-day world record reign on this course. In total, the record was broken 72 times by only 9 different players. These two loadouts are extremely similar in terms of performance. Extreme goes with the combo of King Boo driving the pipe frame with the Azure rollers and the MKTV parafoil. Alberto goes with the combo of Roy driving the Biddy Buggy also with the Azure rollers and the paper glider. I wasn't kidding. These loadouts are super close to each other in terms of performance. Each racer has their own advantage over the other racer in pretty much any stat. Alberto leads slightly in the top speed and acceleration stats, while Extreme leads slightly in the handling and grip stats. Both racers have the same mini-turbo, so it should be interesting to see how each racer utilizes their minimal advantages. This course is pretty interesting because sections 1 and 3 are pretty basic, while section 2 is where most of the race happens. Any and all time saves are sure to come from here. Let's take a look at each racer's approach. Extreme hits a rocket start out of the gate and quickly gets into this wide drift where he'll collect a few coins before grabbing an ultra mini turbo on his way down to a jump boost to close out this rather short section. Alberto starts off the same way, but when he gets around the first turn, he quickly chains a normal mini turbo to his previous one before the jump boost to close out the beginning of this race. That extra mini turbo paired with the higher top speed allows Alberto to jump out to a 1/10 of a second lead going into S2. Extreme drifts off this platform for a few coins and the super mini turbo before hitting a low jump boost in between the train and the wall. Soon after, he chains a normal and super mini turbo through this S-turn before following that up with a tight turn resulting in an ultra mini turbo and another jump boost. He'll grab another normal mini turbo off the final turn of this section before taking the stairs. Alberto does about half of this section the same way Extreme does. He drifts off the platform for the coins, hits the jump boosts, and chains a few mini turbos. What he does differently here is use his first mushroom to cut out this large turn while grabbing an ultra mini turbo before chaining that with another mini turbo before going off the right zipper ramp to close out this section. You might remember this mushroom cut from the 150cc run of this course, and if you do, you already know that this cut is a huge time save as it's brought Alberto's lead to well over a second going into S3. Extreme hits a quick jump boost before drifting off the second ramp and lining himself up for this mushroom cut near the end of the lap. He'll grab the ultra mini turbo and make his way past the finish line, simple as that. Alberto instead pulls off a quick mini turbo before aligning himself for a jump boost off the second ramp. He doesn't use his mushroom here though, rather charges up a super mini turbo for the no item shortcut and follows that up with a quick mini turbo to close out the lap where his slightly faster loadout and better mushroom cut have brought his lead to just under 0.8 of a second. Through S1, Extreme goes for a tighter drift around the first turn and still grabs the ultra mini turbo and jump boost on his way down into the tunnel. Alberto hits that same tight turn, except he doesn't go for the jump boost off the first ledge. He rides on down, charges a mini turbo, and will hit that mini turbo jump boost combo off of the second ledge and into the next section. A strat that actually decreases his lead slightly, but he still remains ahead by 0.8 of a second at the end of S1. Through S2, Extreme pretty much just does the same thing he did on lap 1. Tight turns resulting in mini turbos and jump boosts, followed by another sequence of those exact same things as he makes his way to the base of the stairs leading into S3. After hitting that jump boost, Alberto follows that up with a super mini turbo and jump boost before chaining 2 more mini turbos together to beat out the train and hit that same mushroom cut from lap 1 on his way to the right elevated path and zipper ramp. The second time Alberto pulled off that cut, his lead got extended by a huge margin. He now leads Extreme by 1.9 seconds at the end of S2. Now, both racers hit a jump boost at some point on the stairs and then charge up a drift before using one of their mushrooms to cut through this grass patch on the way to the finish line. Alberto is now out of mushrooms after using 2 of them on lap 2, but his lead is already large enough to where he won't need any more on the final lap. His lead now sits at 2 seconds after outsplitting Extreme by over 1.1 seconds on lap 2. The last lap is pretty similar for both racers, so here we go again. Both racers hit their tight first turn and jump boosts before entering the tunnel where they'll chain their super and normal mini turbos together through the next set of turns. They'll take this long turn really tight before weaving around the blue train and either go straight up to the stairs or fly in from the right ledge off the zipper ramp. After drifting off the ramp once more, Extreme uses his last mushroom on the cut while Alberto hits it with no items before crossing the finish line, where he ended up retaining a lot of his lead to post a time that was over 2 seconds faster than Extreme's former world record. So by hitting more mini turbos and using 2 of the 3 mushrooms for a larger cut, Alberto was able to bring this record down from his initial 113.9 by over half a second. It's pretty amazing to see one player not only so skilled across many courses, but able to shave multiple tenths off those same courses' records. I wish I got to speak with him about this one, but he was too busy to make an appearance, so instead we'll take a look at the best known splits. The best known splits for this run show that this record has become pretty optimized thanks to Alberto's efforts. He owns all 3 of the best known lap splits, and each one of his world record laps is no further than 5 frames away from those best known splits. His world record lap 1 is extremely close to the best known split, and laps 2 and 3 are only a few frames slower for a best known sometime of only 10 frames faster than the world record. It's pretty awesome to see Alberto take these records down little by little and push that best known sometime down with it. It's hard to think of anybody else who can improve upon this record outside of him. The worldwide top 10 consists of 7 national and 3 continental record holders. Alberto sits at the top, 0.2 back in second place is Alpaco, and just a few frames behind that is Army in third. 4th and 5th place share less than 1/100th of a second in separation and include both the North American and Asian record holders in Eternal X and Tane. 6th through 8th place share a razor-thin margin of 5/1000ths of a second in separation and include names such as YY, Ronnie, and Thomas. Rounding out the top 10 is Norwegian record holder Pi and Frenchman Zener, who share just a hair over 1 frame of separation. Alberto has that nice cushion of 0.2 of a second, keeping his record safe for now, but this is one of his more recent world records, so it could either get faster or someone else could come in and beat it within the coming months. Only time will tell. That's the end of episode 46. Hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed this video, like and share it with your friends and comment on which course you'd like me to analyze next. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.